You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is N, it is D, it is JP. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, episode 199. Tom is out voting today, so he can't be with us. But the day that this airs, it will be election day. And we want to distract you from the shit show that is the general election of the United States of America. We thought we'd give you something a little more terrifying. Wide right, 1991 Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, that is probably JP's worst moment as a sports fan, as a Buffalo Bills fan. Although, I don't know, JP, do you remember that?
I do. I watched. That was the first Super Bowl I watched. And,
Okay.
it was pretty rough. Dave, and let me tell you, seeing as you were commiserating with me and losing a championship, with the Yankees getting rebuilt next year, it's not fun to lose a championship, especially when you walk in the favorites by a lot. And future cheater head coach Bill Belichick starts showing his genius ways of breaking and bending the rules. Do you know that because of that wide rate game, teams in the last 2 minutes of a game, the player gets injured, the team is charged a timeout. You know why? Bill Belichick in Super Bowl 25.
Bacon.
Thank you, Bill Belichick, for one of the 9,000 rules. Your cheating self, I had to censor myself there. Your cheating self has created. Thank you.
Listen, Bill Belichick's attitude, or whatever you call that, sent Tom Brady to Tampa Bay, so I'm not mad. But folks, we are recording this just 2 days after the embarrassment that was Game 5 of the World Series. And as a Yankee fan, I am sad, I am embarrassed, I am upset. It is the first time my wife has ever had to watch the Yankees get eliminated with me. And she's like, let's go to bed. I was like, no. You got to watch the trophy presentation. You got to watch it. It's just part of it. I am very blessed as a sports fan. I was there in 2002 when the Lakers swept the New Jersey Nets at the Continental Airlines Arena, and I saw Kobe Bryant and Shaq hold up those trophies. And I saw Snoop Dogg in a diamond-encrusted Kobe jersey. I was just yelling, fuck you, for the second to last row. I love Snoop Dogg. And sports has a very interesting way of ripping out your heart, putting it back in, and sewing it all together to get you ready for the season opener the following year. Which is why I wanted to talk about, in wrestling, what are moments that made you either furious, upset, embarrassed? Let's talk about it. Let's get some feelings out here. JP, you're here today. We'll start with you.
The one thing that should never have happened, and no one thinks this should have happened, the ending of the streak.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Let the streak go. I know Taker's like, I'm old school, I gotta go out and all this stuff. Like, lose another match to Brock Lesnar on any other show.
Mm-hmm.
Let the streak just go. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Put over that young talent, Brock Lesnar. I know. He wasn't going to get
Paul Heyman guy. I remember watching. I was like, no. They're going to do 2 out of 3 falls. Watch. You're going to do 2 out of 3 falls. Why are they playing his music? Why is Brock walking away? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was one of those. The air was sucked out of the arena, and it was an outdoor arena.
I'll say this. Did you go to WrestleMania 29 in Jersey? At MetLife?
No. I went to the next one that was there.
The 35. Okay. So I was at WrestleMania 29, and I remember that was the CM Punk Undertaker. It was the year before the streak ended. And I remember just thinking to myself the entire time, my friend Greg, who was there, wanted CM Punk to win. I was like, no, you don't want to be around me if that happens, because you'll be on the floor really quick. We're sitting in the upper deck, for the record. And I was like, and I remember the following year, I was like, oh my God, imagine the distraught feeling I would have felt had I been there in person for this. Like, I probably honestly would have left. And the next match was John Cena versus The Rock. I was like,
You
and I
mean
remember
twice in a lifetime?
twice in a lifetime, baby. But I'm a John Cena guy.
Was
John
that the
Cena's
first
my
time?
boy. I was so happy.
But was that the first time or the second time?
It was the second time. Nick was there for the first time.
28.
He was there for
That
once in a
was
lifetime.
I seen it was Undertaker, Triple H, Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as the referee. Was the streak match of that one?
I got
That
to
was
see
the match.
Fandango versus Chris Jericho, and Fandango's WrestleMania streak started
That's
at
when
1-0.
Fandango blew up and everybody was like Fandango
Out in the parking lot, nonstop. It was insane. I was pretty embarrassed for that.
That's pretty embarrassing.
Well, come on, dude. You think that's not embarrassing? Wrestling fans have been doing that crap forever. I mean, so my roommate has I was watching Raw or SmackDown. I watched both. So she came out, was like, she saw Jey Uso and doing his whole yeet thing, and she's like, what's he doing? Why is he doing that? He's not even using the word right. Like, what the hell is this? Is terrible.
I thought the same thing before, but I'm gonna be 40 next year. I'm an old man.
Yeah, I
so
kind of
maybe it's past me and stuff, but I kind of was like, okay. I mean, the visual of all like the stuff is like great, but I don't understand the.
Well, he's using it wrong, so it's okay.
But whatever.
Yeah, that's not how. I mean, come on. The word yeet is for when you throw stuff. It's yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah,
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's not.
I remember the Vine. I remember Vine, baby. I tried to go viral on Vine.
You can't replace all these words with yeet. That's not a real thing.
Yeet. I'll say this though. Speaking of viral, really quick,
I know,
folks, if you're on this YouTube, we have to bring this up really quick because if you're on TikTok, you may have seen that I made a video that went pretty fucking viral. It has 23 million views as of right now.
Crazy.
It has like 3 million likes, over 100,000 comments and shit. I'm like, they're just appearing in different languages now, so I don't even know what the fuck half the comments are anymore. And I actually got a text from the school. They were like, yeah, the principal said no more posting.
Yeah.
I was like, whoops.
Dave, how much,
they didn't say take it down. That's all that matters.
Are you how much are you making off this?
None, because apparently you have to have 10,000 followers on TikTok to be able to monetize.
So you
have a friend, the Macho Verse, about that.
You've seen that you've gone viral, and what did it get you?
It got me a lot of comments in another language that I don't know.
Is it yeet? Are they all saying yeet?
But here's the thing. I'm using it to my advantage with my marketing now because I'm like, do you want your party to go viral for all the right reasons? Then you need to hire the most viral DJ in the game right now. Let's see.
If you want to see Dave go more viral, put yeet in the comments.
TikTok Riz Party or whatever the hell they're calling.
I think the Dave should start posting all the episodes of this on the TikTok since it's so famous. So for all of our new TikTok,
that's right. Can't you make an hour-long TikTok now?
Hello, kids. Don't do drugs.
Let's see. We are at 23.4 million views, 3.3 million likes, 29.3 thousand comments, 140.9 thousand saved.
That's a whole lot of yeets.
That's a lot of yeets.
I also posted it to our YouTube channel. I was like, fuck it, let's just get all the exposure we can on this thing. Let's see how many this is at. Talk about embarrassing. 15,000 holy shit. 15,000 views on YouTube. 842 likes, 75 comments.
So what you're saying is, moving forward on the show, we're just gonna dance. We're gonna dance the songs until they copyright us.
Yeah, you gotta yeet every song.
So
yeah, that's.
So you know what, folks? Put Fiend in the comments. Maybe we'll play Fiend here. Also, speaking of TikTok, speaking of the Rizzler, speaking of the Costco guys, boom. We've got the Costco guys wrestling at Full Gear. Talk about embarrassing. Talk about having to explain this to people, that there's a guy who likes the double chunk chocolate cookie at Costco and will be wrestling at the Prudential Center in Newark.
Dave, he is a local wrestler. He is a local independent wrestler, so you have to support him.
Listen, I saw AJ spear somebody recently.
Yeah, that was
a thing that happened.
That definitely happened. Definitely happened. It's that's okay. Support local wrestling, support indie wrestling.
I've never eaten at Costco. I've only been to Costco
What?
twice.
You got
Three times, I
They
think.
got good food at Costco.
Here's the thing, though. The line is overwhelmingly long, and geez Louise. Like, you'd think it's the bathroom line at the World Series in the third inning, which, guess what? I don't know. I just know because the guy next to me had to tell me about the line in the men's room during the third inning. I was like, dude, I paid $1,600 to sit in this seat for this game. I'm going to piss my pants if I have to. I'm not leaving this seat.
Dave, you don't know the beer cup trick? You just pee in the cup. That's why you get 3 beers at a time. You pee in the cup, you put it down.
Well, there's no cup. It was a can. I can't fit my willy in a can. That's just asking for problems.
You get the cups, Dave. You get the plastic cups.
No, first of all, JP, when's the last time you went to a Yankee game? They have the worst draft system since Arthur Ashe Stadium at a Grand Slam.
Yeah, but you get them for peeing in. This is what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
You're not getting them to drink anything. You're getting them to pee in them.
Can I get a souvenir cup, please? Can I get a water cup, please? Thank you.
You paid $1,600 to watch this game. You're going to tell me that you don't have an emergency pee contingent?
I didn't have to pee. I just was so mentally locked in. Also, the Yankees were getting like no hit through 4 innings when I was there, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I know. I kept on looking at the score, and I was like, oh man.
I was pretty sure. I almost called out that you had cursed them, that you personally had cursed Judge, and it was your fault. I was very ready to do that. But I controlled myself.
Listen, if we would like to figure out some way to put me in a baseball field where I can have curveballs thrown at me, I guarantee you I do better than Aaron Judge. Just saying. It's not that hard, folks.
World Series Aaron Judge, not regular season. Regular season.
Oh, yeah. No. Playoffs Aaron Judge. Regular season Aaron Judge I'm not touching. But
yeah.
Listen, I'll say this. I spent it is the most expensive sporting event or event ticket that I've ever paid for. Worth every penny, though, to go see your favorite team play. I will not go to the Super Bowl. I just can't, because that will be 10 grand. I cannot justify spending that for one individual ticket when I've seen the Bucks win Super Bowls in my lifetime. I can't do that.
I'd rather watch it on TV, to be honest.
I've also heard that too, that the Super Bowl, like I've heard sports writers say attending the Super Bowl is the worst live experience of the 4 major sports.
That's because
I've been to the NBA Finals, I've been to the Stanley Cup Finals, I've been to the World Series, and I've seen my team playing every single one.
Wow, Dave, spoiled.
I am.
So I was thinking the same thing.
They lost every time too.
That I can understand as a Buffalo fan and a Yankees fan, and I was a huge fan of the Seattle Supersonics, but now that's not a team. I'm kidding. I don't care about basketball as much. But I gave up on basketball when it stopped being fun, and everyone's we're gonna shoot from 9 miles away. It's boring. I want to see guys get beat up.
I saw a TikTok of Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton from the Pacers. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah.
Blanking. But he was interviewing Barack Obama. He's like, I'll say how y'all play in the All-Star game. That's weak, man. It's like, damn. Imagine the former president of the United States calling you weak on defense. He's like, I remember when I was Michael, Kobe. They didn't play full out.
Would play the All-Star game like it was a personal insult to him. And because of that, a lot of the other guys would step in the game. I remember one year Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson were nearly fist fighting during the All-Star game.
Yep.
The freaking All-Star game doesn't count for crap, but don't tell Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan that.
They want to lose. They were competitors, man.
They're getting in their teammates' face who are like, dude, who cares? And it's like, did you really just ask me that question? And then they took it personally.
Did you see Ron Artest's son went as him from the Malice in the Palace for Halloween? Had the ripped jersey. It's the best thing ever.
That's amazing.
It really is.
Wow. It's amazing all this sports stuff you can talk, because Tom's not here to go.
I love it.
I don't know sports.
Listen, I'll say this.
I have a great sports moment we could talk about.
Oh, what is that?
it was, well, when you're watching this, it would be 2 weeks ago. Two football weeks ago. I wish DDJ was there. It would be even better if DDJ
Next
was
week, baby, episode 200. He's cashing
But
in.
Being mean.
you know, I mean, the Hail Mary. You gotta talk about
I'm here for that.
The Hail Mary.
That was amazing.
It was
Really was.
No,
Well, the best is that the guy from the Bears is jaw jacking the fans, and he's like, they're all like, dude, place over there.
The football gods struck him down with karma. They're like, no, you start celebrating too early.
I mean, I've been watching, Washington football and whatever incarnate name that they had.
Red Wolves?
For
the football team?
like the 90s. I mean, realistically, it's tough. I can only think, it's got to be like a top 3 moments ever.
You've seen it happen before at one of their games, just not for them, against them. I did that, I want to say like 10 years ago.
I could give you 100 things that happened against us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can remember that happening, like the last play of the game, and I'm pretty sure it was Tony Romo to. God, I can't remember who he was throwing to, but I do know it was Tony Romo, and I remember going, man,
I hate Tony Romo.
That's gotta suck to be a fan of that team, you know. That's like the only team that's like you guarantee you're gonna get some kind of crazy highlight against if you're in the NFC East.
Not no more.
Not no more. No, not now. Now it's you better watch out.
I'll say this: Commanders look great, except Week 1 when they lost to the Buccaneers. Just saying.
Yeah. Week 1's always weird. I would love to honestly see, not just because of you, but I live in Tampa. I'm around Buccaneers fans constantly, and I would love to see a Bucs Washington rematch in the playoffs.
I'll say this, everyone. I'm very pissed at somewhat friend of the show, Michael Camp. That son of a bitch is a Falcons fan and went to fucking Raymond James Stadium last Sunday. Saw the Falcons beat the Buccaneers on fucking creamsicle day. The absolute disrespect. Absolute disrespect. You can see the best throwback jerseys in the league. In sports, probably. I'll put money on the Buccaneers creamsicle is arguably the best throwback jersey in sports.
No, wrong.
Who's the best?
Sabres Devil Head.
What's that?
Sabres Goat Head. They have the red and black jersey with the buffalo head. It looks like a goat head. It is the best. That is the best throwback.
I'm going to go with classic Shane O'Mac, King of the Ring against Kurt Angle. It's the best.
Shane McMahon one. I'm going to go with the Shane McMahon, the X-Punk one.
Yeah,
that's a much better one than the Kurt Angle one. Though the Kurt Angle one's great because Kurt Angle nearly killed him.
Not Shane O'Mac. You can't kill him.
Are you stoked? We're looking at what, like less
JP, you're gonna have to send me a picture of this goat head jersey because I'm just finding like the old school Buffalo Sabres jerseys.
They literally wore it today.
They wore it today?
Yes, they literally wore it today.
Today's Friday.
Yeah, they play hockey all sorts of days.
Oh! I'm sorry. I thought you said the Buffalo Bills goat head jerseys, and I was like,
Buffalo Bills don't have a goat head jersey.
That's why I was very confused. What team is this?
The Sabres, the hockey team.
Oh, the Sabres. Gotcha. Still garbage.
Okay, JP. Rapid fire as a Bills fan here. I got some questions.
Yeah.
Have you ever been through a table or put somebody through a table at a tailgate?
Yes, to all the above.
Yes, it's like
he
it's
also
like
lived with indie wrestlers.
It's like, yeah.
I've done it on purpose. I've done it on accident. I did it before that. Like that's just something that people did, and it wasn't like a Buffalo Bills thing. It was just people being dumb and like having a little too much to drink.
Is there an origin story to the table thing?
I love the Bills. Before we go on, I'm not just saying this because you're here, JP, but like I thoroughly enjoy like the whole Bills, like the tailgate seems cool. I heard it's like the craziest tailgate in the NFL, basically. I just enjoy I enjoy the tables. I enjoy the dildo throwing.
The filing cabinet piece is the top notch for me.
So the sex toy thing is only for Tom Brady, and the thing is, Tom Brady is currently in reevaluation as to whether or not Bills fans tolerate him or not, because he's being very complimentary to Josh Allen.
What about what? Okay, so he's
Do they like
Tom Brady,
throw him up at the
minority, or
broadcast booth? Are they
so
like
if you play-
backwards?
If
What's
they
that?
play the Raiders now, does that mean that the dildos come back because he's like Tom Brady's like part owner of the
Well,
Raiders?
he called the Bills game last week, and that's what I'm saying. He didn't get anything thrown at him,
Yeah.
but he's currently again he's being reevaluated because of his position now. It's actually ever since he left the Patriots. When he went to Tampa Bay, it was kind of less of a thing.
Florida does that to you.
Because
Florida.
nobody really thought much of Tampa Bay because we're going, oh well, that's all right, as long as he doesn't take any local football players who are really good from the Buffalo area and take them to Tampa Bay and win a Super Bowl. And that's why the Gronkowskis are no longer allowed where they live, because Gronk is he grew up a Bills fan. He was supposed to at least spend 1 year there. That is the rule. And he is the second biggest trader, maybe even the biggest trader. I mean, Daryl Johnston from the fullback from the Cowboys in the 90s was another one of those guys. People don't forget. People do not forget.
You want to know the difference between the Buccaneers and the Bills?
The temperature of the game.
The Buccaneers beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. Oh!
Better watch out.
Also,
Bills.
speaking of Rob Gronkowski, did you know that he apparently knew the guy who tried
I
to
was
pry
about
the
to say
ball out of
that, too.
Mookie Betts' glove?
Yeah,
They were like in a hockey team or something.
that's insane. I'm like, oh my god, dude. And at the same time, kind of like, if anyone was gonna know that guy,
It would be. I'll say this.
Supposedly that guy was like known for that though, right? Isn't that like what he does?
They're like, yeah,
stomp the
we
wall?
protect this area. I'm like, first of all, listen, if the ball comes towards you, there's an invisible wall, an invisible line that goes vertically, right, folks? If the ball's on this side, all you can go for, by all means.
What's the guy Bartman?
Mookie Betts made the play, and they just tried to open his glove.
That's not cool.
And then his buddy next to him like grabs Mookie Betts' wrist, and I'm like, dude,
yeah, not cool.
Like that's assault, brother.
Didn't that happen like a while back? I think like an ESPN 30 on 30 where like the guy caught the ball and like cost it, but it was like a home team. Yeah, Bartman,
Steve
right?
Bartman against
the
Cubs in the Cubs Marlins game.
And they
Here's the
almost
thing:
killed
the
him.
ball is in his. He's going for it right here. Raul Vani, or I don't even know it wasn't Raul Vani. It was I should fucking know who it was. But he goes for it. It's just kind of interference on each other. But dude had to reach across the wall. It's fair territory for the fan. I'll say this. I've always been the fan that always yells like if the ball's going towards the fans, punch him in the face. Don't fucking touch a player. Don't fucking do it. Don't open his fucking glove.
It was real to him, Dave. He's part of the game. He's fighting for his team. This is World Series. Down two games.
He's banned from baseball forever now. And it's like was that worth it? Because like it'd be one thing if he actually succeeded, but like dude did not succeed. So
it's really funny though. So my buddy was at that game. And so obviously if you're there in person, there's a lag on the TV. And so I'm like, Judge got hit in the hand, fatty part of the bottom of his right hand. And then my buddy goes, where did Stanton get hit? I was like, he hasn't gotten hit yet. Boom. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, he just got hit. Spoiler, so sorry. And I was like, hit him across the top right of his fingers. And then he goes, you're gonna be very happy in about 3, 2, 1. And then Volpe hits the grand slam. I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, folks, don't touch baseball players if they come towards you. Don't touch athletes in general, unless like you're going for a high five. Then it's cool.
Don't touch wrestlers.
Don't touch wrestlers either.
No, I feel like it's the equivalent. I feel like that play was the equivalent in wrestling terms of like to remember when like the guy from when the Shield are fighting, the guy jumping was up there with his
shut him in gear.
That was so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Or the Rasta guy that just like walked up next to Seth Rollins. It's not good, folks. Stay on your side of the barricade. Don't touch
Oh
it.
no, I want to
How
go
about
back
this?
one more.
Keep your hands
to
in
the
your
Hail
pocket at all
Mary. To the Hail.
times.
Time out to the Hail Mary. The best part of the Hail Mary that went back is Seth Rollins was at the game and sitting in a box. And there's actually video of like they were like he was talking shit down to the Commanders fans before the Hail Mary. Then afterwards, he's like sitting up there holding his head, like looking like he wants to cry, sitting in the bed.
He's a Bears fan.
Yeah,
He is a Bears fan.
He had his whole entire. He said something about the Commanders, and then the Twitter team or X responded back of that with a picture of his trash can, and it was full of Kleenexes from Bears. Good stuff, man. Enjoyed it. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Crown Jewel is the thing that happened this past weekend, but we don't watch that shit. But
it's so progressive, though, Dave. I think you got to talk about how progressive it was, and like how it elevated human rights across the board and brought world peace. That
the first women's match in Saudi Arabia was Lacey Evans versus Natalia Neidhart. So let that sink in, everyone. Also, these big fucking title belts that we've been just flaunting on TV every week are not even going to go to the champion. They're staying in Saudi Arabia. What the actual
progressive, Dave? Progressive belts. You're not saying, you're not using the right term. The progressive belts to help.
Also, is there a sponsor for Crown Jewel, like Snickers or whatever? Or is it like the Riyadh Sports Commission Peace Project or whatnot sponsors it? Because it would be hilarious if Progressive Insurance sponsored it.
They did have the Riyadh tourism thing do that. Which Riyadh tourism
match flow presented by Progressive
should totally hook up everyone here with a trip to Riyadh for the next Crown Jewel.
My favorite part is all the guys with the AKs that sit on the couches around the ring.
It's so wild when they show that.
Nobody's jumping the barricade of that show. I can say that. Nobody's interfering.
I wish they did that at every one of their shows. That is badass. Dude, come on. That's awesome.
Yeah. Like live assassination on TV.
I just think that, like, hey, I need a spot for my camel. Can you give me no, I want ringside parking.
Didn't Matt Riddle come out with a camel on like one of those shows? Something he didn't come out on the camel. He came out with
he came out with it. Yeah.
Now I'm just Googling Matt Riddle camel.
Bro. But the Saudi shows, I mean, without the Saudi shows, we would have never got the slide.
Oh, no, he came out on a camel.
We would have never found out.
He came out on the camel with Randy Orton.
And that's when we found out that Shane McMahon was the best in the world.
That's the world in Saudi Arabia. So,
I'm sorry, I believe you mean the best in the world.
That's going to be, spoiler, don't tell DDJ, but that's going to be one of the trivia questions for next week's episode.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, episode 200, the historic 200th episode. 100 episodes, we had Matt Cardona on, and this time now I've got to defend my crown in a trivia contest. Well, let me tell you a little bit of trivia. I am the longest reigning, most time king of the nerds, and I don't plan to let this reign stop anytime soon, baby. So I'm going to take this crown. I'm going to go to Survivor Series. I'm going to go to Saturday Night Main Event. I'm going to go to the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to go to WrestleMania, and then I'm going to go to a fucking King of the Ring, win that in the most progressive country in the world, and then I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
I mean, I never lost mine. It was a triple threat, and I never took the pinfall.
Neither did I.
I'm just saying, Dave, I never really lost my crown.
And neither have I.
But
I got hit by a car, and that was it.
And you lost it in the Rumble, happen. I think.
You did get hit by a car. That's
we've told some very progressive stories on this show, 200 episodes. Also, I can't help. I just have to make this comment. That shirt you're wearing, JP, it looks like Ryan Crossley just doing this.
It is. It's Ryan Crossley.
It is Ryan Crossley. I miss him so much. I figured I could do my best to represent him with the only shirt I could find, which I believe this is using a old medical tool to. It was used for people with mental illnesses to keep them from having seizures or to help lobotomize them. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I think of tools to help the mentally ill. I think Ryan Crossley. Wait.
How progressive. How progressive indeed. Let us know your most embarrassing and sad sports moments in the comment section below. Type Yee, type Fiend. Follow me on TikTok at Dave C. The Voice. Follow my DJ page at DJ Dave C. The Voice on Instagram and Facebook. Follow Aqua Care Pool Center.
Services.
Damn it.
It's services. We
Fucking
service.
so close. Aqua Care Pool Services. That's a really good page you should follow on Facebook. Follow JP's hot sauce channels on Instagram.
Hot sauce immolation is the YouTube channel. It is also the Instagram channel. You can also follow my personal one at JP Hooper. Put stuff up there all the time. Got a new latest episode just came out a couple days ago, the Halloween one, because it was Halloween, so I put up the Halloween one.
Don't support hot ones. It's too commercialized, everyone. Support small business. Support JP Hooper.
Oh, I do Buffalo Pepsis with my hot sauces. I don't.
Aaron Rodgers just figured out what a Buffalo Pepsi is.
It's
what a fucking whack.
It's a lot of people don't look at. Nick, are you aware what a Buffalo Pepsi is?
No, I want to know. I'm interested.
So Buffalo Pepsi is something that was introduced by one Buffalo Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. And what you do is you take a glass of Pepsi, and you then take your favorite wing sauce or hot sauce. You pour that right in there. You take a garnish, usually celery, mix it up. And now there's the optional thing. You can go with a blue cheese around the lip if you'd like.
Oh, God.
I don't really do that. It has to be good blue cheese, because if it's crap blue cheese, then you're just going to make yourself miserable. But then you drink it, and it's a very tasty drink. Kind of is a bit like a sweet and spicy Bloody Mary. And I have had my fair share of them, and I do those with every one of my hot sauce shows now. I will have Pepsi. I will take the hot sauce. I will put it into that Pepsi and tell you if it's any good. If the hot sauce does make a good Buffalo Pepsi or not.
Can you do it with Coke?
No, Coke tastes different.
Okay. Is Coke okay? No, ma'am. I've got Frank's Red Hot right here. Need a Buffalo Pepsi.
I mean, I'm just saying, most people know Pepsi and Coke taste differently.
I'm also thinking of breadcrumb glaze on the rim.
I mean, you could do that. Some people go with ranch. They're wrong. I mean, the blue cheese thing is entirely optional. Like I said, I don't go with it. I don't do that. Also, when I have my wings, I don't have blue cheese. I don't have ranch. First off, because ranch is sacrilege. Second off, because I just don't do the blue cheese, and I like my wings to be very hot.
Okay, I have one more Buffalo question. This is going really Buffalo. What makes what would make the Buffalo wing, the perfect Buffalo wing, different than the wings we would get here, or somewhere what is the Buffalo wing from Buffalo? Isn't that
JP? Have you been to Duff's?
Yes, I have.
Okay, just click. Fantastic wings.
I've been to. Yeah, it's arguably one of the more popular choices. It's a safe bet. I've been to the Anchor Bar where wings were invented, created, whatever. I've been there a bunch of times. I've been to a number of places. The best chicken wing you can get it's got to be fried. It can't be baked because that's just weird. It doesn't have breading. And the thing is, it's got to be fried long enough to where it's a little crispy on the outside. Because if it's not crispy on the outside, you're not doing it right. Then the wing sauce makes up a very important part of it. A very easy wing sauce. Just take some butter, take some Frank's Red Hot, mix that together, and toss the wings in that. It's a very simple mix there. You can go with, if you want, go with blue cheese. Now, the reason that I say blue cheese, and I know a bunch of people are going, blue cheese is disgusting. Have you ever had it? Yes, I have had blue cheese in Florida. I have had blue cheese in California. I've had blue cheese all over the place. And I agree that most of it in some of these places is just terrible. It has to be a decent blue cheese.
I like blue cheese. I'm just going to be a weirdo. Nobody else. I like the chunky. Fine. Give me the chunky blue cheese. Like, oh, it's good.
That's the thing. It's if you're going to do it, you got to do it that way. And it's funny because you'll see, like with the Buffalo Bills, players will come in and they get told by fellow players, by the press team, like, hey, don't say this. Don't say you want ranch with it. Or if you do, say, but I'll give the blue cheese a try. Mm-hmm. And then it happens every year. There's always one guy who's like, I don't do blue cheese. And then they try to like, why does this blue cheese taste good? That's because there's a couple of brands that are Western New York only that tend to make a bit of a difference. So
I'm a honey barbecue kind of guy.
there's nothing wrong with if you
Mild
like
property.
different flavors. Nothing wrong with that at all. There are guys that there are people who like what they do at Buffalo Wild Wings, and so there's that's cool. It's like saying Olive Garden is the best Italian food ever.
I will
Which
fucking
it's
cut
not.
you. First of all, I'll say this about
It's the
Olive
best place
Garden.
to attend
The
Shamrock.
family. It is. It is. But also, Buffalo Wild Wings, for the pure convenience, is good.
I'm killing all the sponsors, Dave. Why am I killing all the sponsors?
No, you want a really good spot in I think it might be Irvington. It's called Candlelight. Fantastic way. I found out about this place during COVID because they were doing like takeout orders, and you could get beers to go too. So you'd hear everyone with like a bag of food and then a bag just jingling because there's glass bottles in there. But people would like they were like, yeah, you could just camp out in the parking lot and hang out there. It's no problem because everyone's social distancing. So people are just fucking getting fucking shit faced in this parking lot. I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here before everyone gets back into their cars and go drink at home. It's a lot safer getting a DUI around all these people. Yikes! But so
I will
good.
do this. I will put over a spot that if you are in the New York City area and you are looking for a great wing spot, there is Bonnie's in Brooklyn. It's not that far. If you hop on one of the trains into Brooklyn, it's only a couple stops. They are the best wings that I have had in this city. And that's where I go to watch the Bills games as well. So
Do they do barbecue wings?
they can. They do. They're bits. It's a bit of a smokier flavor to them.
That's fine.
But yeah, they're pretty good. All the food there is really good.
I might have to come down.
But yeah, that's it's usually Sundays. It's usually full of Bills fans, and if you're wearing the wrong jersey or shirt or whatever, you will get looked.
That's the best though when you find like a bar somewhere that's like your team's bar, or like does like I used to have one too. They have one actually down here for the Commanders, but it's just like kind of too far of a drive. I mean, with like kids and stuff, it's like over an hour.
That's fair. So yes, let us know your embarrassing sports moments in the comments. Let us know where you like to get wings, folks. Let us know if you put ranch on the rim of your glass.
Yes.
If you like Buffalo Pepsi, I'm a Coke guy. Hold the Buffalo, just me. And yeah, tune in next week, episode 200. DDJ wants to run his mouth, wants to go get Harley Race's son in his corner. Look at me, DDJ. I don't give a shit. I don't give a god diddly damn shit who you bring with you. Because next week, episode 200, this is my show. This is my crown. And I will send you packing to the junkyard where we found you and rescued you from obscurity. Okay? I will get you a gift from Spencer's. Little Easter egg there if you remember the very beginning, everyone. So yeah, follow us on all the platforms, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, whatever the fuck they call it now, at WNRDB, the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Buy our merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. That's nerd spelled NRD. Patreon.com/WNRDB. For as little as $1 a month, you can support our broadcast. We really need it because Nick's got 2 kids. Tom's buying a lot of glasses, and I bait for a World Series ticket. So we need money for Christmas gifts. So give us your money. Give us your money. And DDJ, give me a break because I'm going to beat you next week. I fear nothing. So anybody else got anything?
No, 200 next week. That's freaking crazy.
200, baby.
Did I if I officially been the guest that's been on the most yet, or is DDJ still beating me?
I don't know. We have to like go back and count.
I know Tom was technically beating me, but Tom became a full-time person, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, Tom's a full-time character here, so
yeah. So I know it's between me and DDJ. So
probably, yeah, for sure.
Margaret showed up a lot early on.
It's got to be between.
Margaret showed up a lot early on.
She did.
Of actual people of
Spaceman George.
Spaceman
George. We can't forget
Spaceman George.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Harold, what about the puppets? Yeah.
I mean, they have high-ranking power. They didn't even get voted in.
They had jobs. And so did George. George wasn't George a commissioner for a hot second?
Yeah, it was.
Faith in the universe.
That's a job. I've never had a job like that.
It's a JOB squad right there. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 200 next week. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the follows and likes on TikTok and all the people that are in a different language. I have no idea what the fuck it is. So until next time, on behalf of myself, the king of the nerds, Dave C. the Voice, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, and the hottest man in all the land, Mr. JP Hooper. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
This is where Tom says something weird.